Hi guys, it's James from Optics Warehouse, your night vision and hunting specialist, and today we're going to be looking at the two flagship Pulsar thermal scope models and which is best for you. So first we're going to have a look at the brand new Trail 2 LRF XP50. Then we're going to be looking at the Thermion XP50, the very unique thermal optic that's currently on the market. So first we're going to take a look at the Trail 2 LRF XP50. As the title states, it is the second generation in the Trail series, and it also comes in with a built-in laser rangefinder. Starting at the back, you have your standard rubber eyepiece, nice and easy to use, and depending on your eye relief, very flexible with a hole in the side so a vacuum isn't created inside. Moving on, you have your standard ocular adjustment, nice and easy to use, and nice and easy for you to focus your reticle depending on your lenses yourself. With the Trail 2 LRF, they've also extended the body slightly, so this increases the longer aesthetic look compared to that of like the shorter, more snubby Trail LRF. So moving on, looking at the menu, you've got your four buttons that you'd expect, again with the original Trail series. You've got your recording button, so you can choose between camera or video recording, if that's the sort of thing you like to do. You've got your up and down arrows, depending on which menu you are on the actual optic itself. And then of course you've got your menu there. So you press once and you get your small menu appearing on the right hand side, which then shows your brightness, shows your contrast, and all the small features like that. And then if you hold it down, you come to your big menu. So you've got your Wi-Fi, you've got your zeroing, you've got your different color palettes, and you've got a whole lot of other options that you can choose from. Now the laser rangefinder on this, as was introduced with the Trail LRF, is an outstanding piece of kit. Having used these myself, you can actually range up to an object within 2 meters of what it actually says. And it's absolutely fantastic, especially if you're looking to take out that fox. That's just that push beyond your limits, let's say 300, 350 yards, so to speak. And it really helps you with your holdover. Moving to the front, you then have your focus knob, nice and easy to use, very standard. And you have your lens cap, very easy to use, click on and off. In terms of mounting, this is the standard Pulsar one-piece rail. If you notice, it's on our N450 LRF video the other day. Fits straight onto a Picatinny with your nice adjusting pieces here. Very easy to use, just screw on, screw off. And then you have your various hole spacings here, just so you can decide where exactly you want it in terms of your eye relief, what's best balanced for your rifle, and what's best generally for you in the whole situation. Now, we move on to something that is quite unique in the market, and that is the Thermion XP50. Now, the very unique thing about the Thermion XP50 that you'll notice straight away in comparison with that of the Trail 2 LRF is that it actually has your standard scope body. Now, this makes it incredibly easy for mounting on any rifle that you so desire. So as standard with the body, it comes with a 30mm tube, meaning you can use a wide range of 30mm rings, and then you can choose on whatever base you wish for your rifle. In terms of the scope itself, let's start at the back like we did with the Trail. So looking like a day scope, it actually has the advantage of working like a day scope in some respects. The first of that being the ocular adjustment. It's that nearly exactly the same that you get in your standard day scope. Nice focus in and out. It also comes with a rubber eye cup if need be, which comes with a nice magnetic strip on the bottom there. So it's nice and easy to clip on and easy to take off. And it's quite hard to try and actually take off and lose if you try to. Trust me, I've tried to do this in the field. On the back, you've actually got a nice simple on, record and zoom function. The three most common functions that you're going to be using with the scope once you've zeroed it, chosen your color palette, etc. On the zoom, you can choose between 2, 4, 8 and 16 times zoom, and then if you hold it down you can actually get the Pulsar picture-in-picture, which, as I forgot to mention, you can get on the Trail 2 LRF as well. And then with that, if you have the small screen inside, you zoom the small screen and you still have the larger screen still in your view. So as we move along the scope body, it looks very similar to that of the day scope, as I've already mentioned, with your 3 turrets. But these turrets do completely different jobs to what you'd expect of a normal day scope. Let's start off with the elevation turret. Normally you'd take the top off, click it between your up and your down. In the case of the Thermion, click it off, out it comes, and there's usually a battery that you can sit in there. Nice little APS2 battery, sticks in, clicks in, put your top back on, and there you go. On the side, on your windage turret, where it actually says which variant of the Thermion it is, in this case obviously it's the XP50, again simply click off, take it off, and there you have your micro USB socket. And that way you can charge your scope with the internal battery that's built in just in between the turrets and the ocular, or you can transfer your data using the cable that comes with the Thermion across to your computer. And then this cap just clicks back on, just like that. So we move on to the other side of the scope, and here we have what would be, in some cases, a parallax adjustment or an illumination turret. In this case, the whole menu system is located on the Thermion. So just like the Trail 2 and the majority of Pulsar products, you get your small menu from one click, and then if you hold down the button, you then get your big menu with all your details, your reticles, your colour palettes, and all those bits that you need to zero the scope in. Again, nice and easy to use. Again, you've got your clicky up and down that you can scroll through the menu. It's really smooth, quite tactile clicks, so you can actually hear when you're going through each one. And again, you just press the button, go on each setting, and there you go. Moving forward onto the scope, you've got your objective focus. So say you moved on from your target at 100 yards up to 300 yards, all you do is you just turn your focus just like that, so you can bring whatever it is you're shooting at into focus. And then moving to the very front, just as the same with the Trail 2 LRF, you've got your nice little flip up cap, sticks up, and there you go. And you can just hold it on there when you need to, and then just simply put it down when you don't need it. So that's the Thermion in a base principle. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, it has a 30mm tube, so that opens up a wide range of mounting options. So for example here, we have a set of the Spur Hunting aesthetic rings. These are 30mm, they fit straight onto a Picatinny, and they're absolutely fantastic pieces of kit. Really well engineered rings, and they would complement the Thermion really well. So now that we've looked at both the top two thermal optics in the Pulsar range, let's have a quick think about which is best for your needs, and let's have a quick look at the pros and cons between each one. Now, obviously with the Thermion, the first big pro is that it has a range of mounting solutions. So regardless of what rifle you're looking to put it on, you can always stick a set of 30mm rings on there and it works, not a problem. Doesn't matter what size bases you need, anything like that. As long as you've got 30mm highs, preferably with something like this, then you'll be absolutely fine. Of course, the disadvantage of this is that you only have like a stadiometric rangefinder inside, so anything beyond that sort of 150, 200 yards, you have to know what your holdovers are, depending on your rifle setup. Now, obviously with the Trail 2 LRF, you don't need to worry too much about that because of the built-in laser rangefinder. It really helps you take an efficient and effective shot at long range. Yes, it's not shaped more like a scope as much as the Thermion is, but with the same tech inside, the built-in rangefinder, it really is. It's more suited, I would say personally, to a dedicated thermal setup, so a dedicated thermal night vision rifle that you're using, so that way you can effectively range what it is you're shooting and therefore carry out efficient pest control if need be. So that was the top two thermal rifle scopes in the Pulsar range. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been James, your night vision and hunting specialist, and this has been another video by Optics Warehouse.